Morning, guys. Morning. How's everybody? Morning, guys. Morning. Uh, so, yeah, no, I want to do it like that. What's up, guys? Good morning. All right. Um, okay. So let's see here. So if you guys saw my signal for London, it was a GA buy. All right. And it basically, the entry was roughly around here. And it was a really, really clean 40, 50 pip move. Euro AUD was also a buy that I bought for there. And then there was the AU, but AU didn't really drop yet. Honestly, only considering that it probably didn't want to move for London. So I just kind of closed all my AU buys in profit, and we're resetting for New York now. So London was actually pretty good. I've actually have not lost a London session, guys, like in a very long time, which is a great thing for me. I feel good about it. I'm not bragging. I'm just documenting for my own personal documentation reasons. Have not really had a losing London session in a while. So I do have my signals, guys. So for those of you guys who are not in the signals chat, make sure in the signals, if you have the course, if you're in lifetime course, then make sure you have access to the signals as well. All right, so that you can get those. I'm going to try to provide a better means of communication so you guys can get the signals faster and better off of Telegram, obviously. But just for now, we're going to stick with Telegram, right? But as the signals are getting cleaner, crisper, and extremely high accurate, I want you guys to be able to kind of get those signals in real time and it not be kind of mixed in with a lot of your other social media platforms or apps that you're using, right? I kind of want you to have the ability to differentiate that. So I'm working on that in the background for you guys as well too, so you guys can kind of get really good signals with ease throughout the week. All right, because if I see like a really really good setup, then I do want you guys to really look at it and see if you like it yourself. But for me, I really liked EA and GA, and all right, and if you were in the signals, then you saw that. Okay, so that's just a quick recap on what happened with London, right? Um, GA was a really good buy. EA was a good buy, and I did that, and we're done for London. Now we're back to London, or I'm sorry, for New York. My bad, guys. I have not gotten any sleep. All right, I've traded New York to London to now New York again. All right, so your boy's a little tired, and when I'm tired, things happen. The soundboard has to come out today. It's also FOMC. Where's FOMC or NFP? I don't know. It's one of those things. Let me see. Let's check out the news. Let's check out the news and let's see. Let's see what's here today. All right. So 8:15 we have slight dollar news. And okay. So let's look at that. So we have 8:15, 15 minutes or 10 minutes, we have dollar news. Then at 10 a.m., we have dollar news again. And then at 2 p.m., we have FOMC. Now, all right. So let me give you guys the game plan for FOMC days. Okay. When it's days like this, I typically try not to go too crazy on my regular New York session times. What I mean by that is, like, you see how we're on the session now from 8 to maybe like 11? right? It's not really ideal to trade around these times because what's going to happen is 2 p.m. on FOMC, that's really when the market's going to move. So you're not really going to get these huge monumental moves before 2 o'clock because I just want you to think of it from a trading perspective, right? If I'm trying to move the market at 2 p.m., right, and I'm trying to move it 1,000 points, let's say, for instance, do you think I'm going to give you a 1,000 point move before that, or you think I'm going to wait for that move for the later part of the day, right? Well, what you can expect is the later part of the day, there's going to be a lot of movement. So the early part of the session, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, you're not going to get too big of a move, right? If you see something cool, and that's fine and dandy, you can make a little bit of money or make some pips, make some profits, whatever, but you're not really going to be able to, I would say, monetize on big moves until FOMC. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent, honest with you guys. I don't really like to trade FOMC and NFP and all that type of stuff. I really don't do it. But what I can tell you is that the way I've been using my pending order strategy coupled with my manager makes it very easy for me to trade FOMC and NFP. Okay. Pending orders plus the manager equals I'm running the bag. Okay. So that's kind of how I trade it, and I do it very conservatively. Now, I'm being real with y'all. If y'all do not really understand the market on a very advanced level, if you do not really understand how to use pending orders, if you do not have any type of trade management system in your arsenal, then again, all those three things, you need 1, 2, 3. You need the experience, number one. Number two, the manager. Number three, how to really use pending orders properly. You need all those things in conjunction, my friend. If you do not really have all those three things, then I personally feel, again, I'm only speaking from my perspective, I don't think you should be trading FOMC. All right? I don't think so. I don't think the average person is ready for FOMC. Okay, if you're a newbie, if you're intermediate, if you have not made a 5-figure withdrawal, there's so many different things that you probably have not done yet. Okay, FOMC is not going to get you there. Trading FOMC consistently is not going to get you there. I can tell you from someone who's been trading the market for 8 years, FOMC is, hey, listen, sometimes you make money, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's a big move, sometimes it's a choppy move, sometimes it's nothing. All right, it is what it is. Okay, it's just another day in the market that you just have to be able to live without if you want the longevity of consistency in your life. So for me, I don't even force moves. I don't even force FOMC moves. But what I can say is that because of the kind of system I've put personally in place, I'm now trying to give to you guys, right? It is going to make it trading news and trading these high volatile market conditions easier. Okay. One of the biggest things that I would say you need to do to trade these type of environments, guys, like FOMC, is you need to have something that's going to take your partials profits automatically, like automatic partial taking, which is what I have in my manager, right? Like it's just one of those things that you really need to have because the market will spike, let's just say, 30, 40, 50 pips and then spike back down. You need to be able to secure profit along the way effortlessly, easily with a 30-second interval, okay? It might pop up 30 seconds, boom, then drop 30 seconds, boom. All right. So you don't want to be, okay, I'm up 30, 40 pips and then down 30, 40 pips. That's what you don't want. All right. So you need something in place to lock in that profit if it happens very quickly, which a lot of times it does. Right. And you can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money because the market will move very, very fast on FOMC. So again, I will kind of have to go with you guys and and kind of showcase how I trade FOMC, how I look at it, all that good stuff. Okay. But it is different. And, I just want you guys to understand that when you do have an FOMC day, the New York session is typically going to be a little bit slower. We'll still try to see if we can find some decent moves today, or better yet, for me personally, I like to maybe trade NAS or gold if FOMC is the day that I'm looking at the market, because usually you can at least catch maybe 30, 40, 50 pips on gold, or 30, 40, 50, 60 points on NAS or something like that, if you're not going to look at the market at 2 p.m. today. All right. So I just want you guys to understand that moving forward. All right. When there is FOMC, you just have to take your time. You have to understand that, okay, this is not a day I want to go crazy heavy. This is not a day that I want to over leverage like crazy. This is not a day that I don't want to have systems in place for me to really benefit off of the market volatility. Okay. Because volatility in the market is not always a good thing, guys. Volatility is great. Too much volatility is scary. Okay? It's scary. For the average person, it is scary. You don't want something that's going to shoot up 100 points and then shoot down 200 points in like 30 seconds. That's scary. It's very erratic, very wild. Okay? You want more controlled high volume in the market. That's what you want. You want liquidity, you want volume, but you want it to be controlled. You don't want it to be very erratic and spontaneous. Okay, which is what FOMC is going to throw at you. So, kind of just want to drop those gems for you really quick on what we can kind of expect today out of the market. And what we're going to do now is kind of just analyze what we're seeing overall, especially since it's about to be 8:15 and the first little bit of liquidity is going to be injected into the market today. So we're going to look at that together, and we're going to see what type of setups that we have. And, this session probably won't be that long. It will probably only be like maybe an hour today, guys. All right. And I'll answer questions and stuff like that today with you. It probably won't be that long because the market's probably going to be slow. And then I will send my students out. So if you're in Lifetime, right, then you guys will get kind of market analysis of what I'm looking at pre-NFP, basically. So if you're in the Lifetime course, okay, then you're going to get all that. So before 2 o'clock, I'll be posting kind of what I'm looking at, what I'm looking to see, so you guys can get updated, 10, 15 minutes prior FOMC, so you can watch and just see, right? And I definitely advocate, even if you're not trading FOMC, to just watch it to see what happens, so you can understand the type of volume and liquidity that comes into FOMC, because it can completely shift and change market behavior, market structure. It's very, very important, guys. Okay. So just want to drop those gems for you really quick. So let's one second. Let's go to the screens now. I'm gonna analyze some charts with you guys now. Let's look at some stuff. Okay. So let's look at the DXY. Let's look at the overall consensus of the DXY. Okay. But let's kind of, look at it together. And I don't want to delete all this stuff here. My bad, y'all. I don't want to delete all this stuff here. And remove. I'm going to remove all this. Okay. And as you can see here by my beautiful blue parallel line, all right, it just kind of broke out of this bearish channel, right, guys? You can see with the dollar overall, right? And there's a lot of small intermediate levels here that you can kind of see within the dollar itself, right? So at this point, the dollar is really just kind of consolidating, right? I still think it's just overall bearish, me personally, but I could be wrong. Again, NFP is a great reason. Oh, that's NFP. FOMC is a great reason to shift market behavior. All right. So if it wants to change directions and now starts to get bullish or now start to get bearish, well, guess what? It's the perfect time to do so. All right. It's with FOMC or NFP or something like that. Now, me personally, I feel like the dollar is going to continue down. I think so. But again, it's really in this range. Okay, so what I want you guys to realize is that it's still really ranging between, I would say, these two zones here, right? It's, kind of, there you go, going back and forth in between the areas. So to me, it's just very choppy, right? It's still ranging in between this level, in between these levels here. It hasn't really broken out, done anything spectacular. I'm not enthused by any means with the XY. So we just have to kind of wait here. All right, but I do think overall the sentiment is bearish. Let's go to like the 15-minute, 30-minute here. All right, and I guess we'll just have to wait. Let's go to the 1 hour. So what I'm thinking is they'll probably pull back up here and continue down. I'm kind of thinking something like that. It is going to retrace up and then continue down. So the dollar is really in a not so cool place for us right at the moment because it's made what I would call like an impulse wave right down. But I really want to wait for it to make a lower high and a lower low, really to continue this trend. So it's kind of made its first move down, and at this point we're still just waiting, right? So this is part of the patience game. And again, guys, I don't even know if this is going to be the best case scenario because again, we have FOMC at 2. So the dollar might just really consolidate and trickle the whole day until 2 o'clock. So this isn't a session where you want to stay on the charts 2, 3, 4 hours from 8 to 10 or 8 to 11. It's really going to be no point. I promise you. It's not going to be that many pips or that many clean good moves until pre and FOMC. I keep saying NFP, but FOMC. Okay. So because the dollar, I'm anticipating the dollar to kind of just play around. What I would like to see is NAS though. Okay, that is what I would like to see. And we did sell NAS previously, and it worked out pretty nice on the NAS sell yesterday, right? So that worked out, but right, and that was this sell here. We sold it here. All right, so that wasn't bad. Now, what is it that we're gonna look for today, though? However, that is the question. So for me, I would probably wait for NAS around 9:30 and see what's going to happen there. Now, it is overall on a bullish uptrend, as you guys can see here. All right, let's kind of just, we can kind of do the same thing here. All right. And again, this is just so you can kind of get a visual representation for the overall macro view, right? Because some people can say, is it bullish or is it bearish, Ryan? And This is just a visual tactic and cue that I'm using so you can kind of just see the overall momentum and overall sentiment for NAS, like on the higher time frame, on the weekly, on the daily, on the 4 hour. Like these are all very much bullish, right? Does that mean that NAS can't drop from here? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. That doesn't mean that NAS can't drop all the way down here and then pull back up and start going up again. Doesn't mean that. It can easily do that as well too. But the overall sentiment, in my humble opinion, is that's bullish, and I think a lot of you guys would agree. So even though we sold yesterday on a small intraday level, right? The overall consensus is that it's bullish. Okay, so you kind of just have to know how to adjust as an intraday trader if you are going to go against the trend or go with the trend, right? Obviously, 90% of the time you want to go with the trend. There's going to be very few times that you're kind of going against the overall trend. And that's not to say that that's a bad trade. It's usually when you have a lot of confluences signaling those things that you can engage in a counter trend move. But a good rule of thumb is to never trade against the overall trend. That will save you probably 90% of your headaches as you're trading, right? If you can identify the overall trend and wait for really, really good optimal entry points to get in, then you have a good recipe for just being overall profitable or accurate, just in general, without anything else. Okay. So for me personally, this is what I would like to see for NAS, right? NAS, if we're really bullish, then let me see here. Let me go to the 1 hour. Well, from here to here is how many pips? That's 87. Holy smokes. Okay. I mean, well, yeah, I want these highs to be taken out, actually. I do. I want these levels to be taken out. But so I am thinking NAS is going to go up. That is what I'm thinking. Okay. If it maintains and holds the structure here to the left. You guys see that? Right? So you guys can kind of see we're over on the uptrend. Then we go to the 1 hour. It really depends how it holds this level. And I really won't be touching NAS until maybe 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock ish. I'll kind of see what's going on by then. And then I'll also be looking at the dollar and seeing how it's just maintaining holding this level. Okay. So this is kind of my outlook for NAS for today. This is what I'm thinking, right? Is that it will go up maybe for like 80 points or so. It'll probably look like something like this here. But again, I'm not engaging in the trade yet because it's just not prime yet. It's not prime yet, right? And we do have FOMC at 2 o'clock. So there's just a lot of things that can kind of throw you off. And this is one of the reasons why your boy loves London session, let me tell you. Okay. Like, let me tell you here. I really forgot how good London session is to me. It's so good. It's almost criminal at this point. If I was on the eastern side of the world, I would live in London. Okay. I would live in like a London condo, high rise somewhere. Okay. Just overlooking all of the London people. And I would just wake up every morning and trade London. And I would say, good morning, beautiful people. I'm here to steal the bag from the markets every morning. And I just need my coffee and my charts and I'll help me and my people make a bag every morning. Like it would really be that for me. That is the ideal trade scenario for Ryan. I just need to trade London every day because London's just so easy. Okay, it's too easy. It's too easy. And if you're not in Elite Lifetime, then I definitely am letting you know to get in because there is a London strategy that I will drop. Now I have dropped it before. It's called my London pending order strategy. If you guys have had that or seen it, have access to it, I have created a strategy that does work for people who can't trade London, but maybe you can check it out pre-London, market pre-London, and put pending orders. I can kind of show you how to do that as well too. So there are some things that I will be teaching specifically on how to trade London and also how to kind of pre-trade London, meaning like how to look at the markets at maybe 11, 12 o'clock midnight, right? Set your pending orders and then go to sleep. So there are ways to do that. All right. And I'm letting you know, you got to be a part of Lifetime. All right. You got to be part of the course to get access to that. There's a lot of different things that I can teach you, I can show you that will help you in your trading journey, no matter what session you're trading, New York, London, Asian, doesn't matter. I trade them all, with my primary session being New York. All right. So just letting you know. All right. And we will drop that training for you guys very soon. I don't have a date on it because I'm getting other things out the way. As you guys know, the manager's coming out this week. Other things are coming out this week. So I'm getting that stuff out for you guys first. And then after that, we will go into the other trainings and stuff that I have for you guys. I want to drop, in the course, and also do some webinars with you guys on certain things. All right. So yeah, just want to kind of give you guys updates on that. All right. Let me show you guys something really quick. CTC, how do we trade with you on London session? CT, what's up, bro? Well, first of all, you can't trade with me on London because, bro, I don't do live sessions on London. What I do, I said do. What I do is I send out signals though. I send out signals for London sessions. All right. So, like for instance, I sent out the GA buy. Where was this? I sent out the GA buy. Okay. In real time, it looked like this though. It was like boom. It was like, it was just like that. I was like, look, y'all, buying GA for London. It's looking really good. You might want to get in once we have the break of this level here and it starts to pop up. Start buying this thing. Did I not say that in the chat, y'all? If anyone saw the signal, did anyone catch the GA buy? I don't know. Did anyone catch it here on London? Was anyone up or not? I don't know. If you did, let me know in the chat if you caught it. But essentially, right? Let's go to like the 15-minute chart here. All right. This is exactly when I called it. Boom. All right. And then as it popped up, boom, broke the structure. There we go. There's the buy. There we go. And we're lit. Boom. We're gone. We're gone. Easy money. That's 50 pips. No drawdown. Buying. Game over. Okay. Alicia said, great trade, had pending orders set. See, there you go, Alicia. Okay. So again, right? And that was a great thing to do. Like Alicia said, she says you put the pending orders, and that's exactly how I trade it. I would have, just like you, put a pending order kind of maybe above this area, a buy, stop, and let that baby run. So once we get that break, boom, you let it run because volatility is kicking in, right? So, you could easily have like a 50 pip move with maybe a 25 to 30 pip stop loss, and you're good. It's a good RR on that trade right there. Okay. So I'm just saying, guys, if you want to trade London with me, I'm going to have to try to squeeze it in, but I'm just very busy right now. It's hard to squeeze in these live London sessions because I'm doing New York sessions with you guys pretty much every day. And on top of it, I'm trying to add in Asian sessions, even though I have not done Asian sessions this week with you guys yet. And honestly, I don't think there's going to be any good Asian sessions, which is kind of trash. So maybe I'll try to do a London this week because there isn't really any good Asian sessions this week. But anyway, just wanted to kind of show you guys that. And let me show you guys something else really quickly. Why I really like London as the best trade session. I'm gonna show you guys, right? So if we look at, and this is just something to know as a trader, okay? So we look at Monday, right? If you guys notice, we had news here 10 a.m. New York, all right? So then Tuesday, which was yesterday, right? We had slight USD news here. We had the slight NZD news. That was nothing. So I was gonna do Asian session yesterday, but there was really nothing for Asian. There was really no moves. There was really no moves. So nothing really happened for Asian. So it was a dud. So we didn't do a session, right? But if you notice, Asian session, there's really no. I'm sorry, not Asian. London session, there isn't really any news, right? Then you go to today, Wednesday, okay? Asian session or London session, not really any news. 2 a.m., 4 a.m. Like, okay, let's go to Thursday. Okay. Thursday again, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Not really any news. Every time there's not really any, like London doesn't need news because it has so much volume in it already. It doesn't need more juice. Okay. Because the most profitable sessions are usually going to be London sessions. I'm telling you. All right. So if you can get kind of good at London session, you're not really going to need anything else. Now, I kind of trade New York 80% of the time, London maybe 20% of the time. That's kind of just how I am. You know, I might throw in 5% Asian because sometimes I do trade Asian if and only if it looks really good. But the point I'm trying to make to you guys is that London usually will give you a more consistent flow of good positions to trade. And that is something that is incredibly undermined and underestimated. Okay. You don't have to deal with all the crazy FOMC, NFP, crazy news volatility. You kind of have all these variables and erratic crap being thrown at you in New York session all the time. So it makes it hard to be very, very successful and consistent all the time. Does that make sense? Now, I'm a veteran in the game, so I know how to maneuver and navigate under treacherous waters, okay? But for the average person, it's very hard to trade New York every day when you have news here, news there, different things going on, and it's so much to kind of combat all at once, and you're just trying to find a good trade. So for me, if you can, and this is just open advice to anyone here listening, if I had to choose between New York and London, I would choose London. If you could do it, if you could seriously actually be productive and still have a good life, work, wake up, have kids and be happy and all that, and not be a zombie in the day like how I am. Even though I've just been staying up all night trading London. I mean, that's just regular trader life for me. But I would recommend that. Okay, so that is why I recommend if you can stay up, or if you're someone who stays up maybe 11, 12, 1 o'clock, but maybe you don't like staying up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, then maybe, just maybe, you can learn how to do London pending order strategies. Okay, so you would look at the pending order setups for London and bank off that. Okay, maybe that's something you can possibly kind of test out to learn. So just kind of want to throw those ideas at you guys, right? Is that London definitely is a good session to trade, and I will show you guys this whole week all my London session trades. I'll be throwing signals all week. Again, the sessions that I'm trading, you guys are going to see the signals for it. Okay, so again, if you're in Lifetime, you should be getting the signals that I'm sending. Alrighty, so just something to note. All right, guys, just something to note. So let's go back to the charts though. Right. So that covers the London stuff, guys. London Live sessions are postponed. They're not currently available because, again, your boy's already doing New York every day with you guys and trying to put some Asian sessions in there, maybe once or twice a week for you guys. So that's a lot on me already. I will try at some point in the future, kick in some live London sessions. But for right now, it's just going to be London signals. Okay. And then honestly, even if you don't have me for live sessions with London guys, like you should still learn from my London pending order strategy and my London setup strategy. So, all right, those are not currently in the course, but guess what? They're going in there this month. And so I just want you guys to understand when you purchase the lifetime course, this isn't a course that you just like, oh, you get 30 videos and that's it. This course is going to be constantly updated every single month. Okay, so this course, it will never go, I would say, out of style or outdated. It won't be outdated in any sense of the word, because anything that's new or that's relevant or anything that I'm doing, I will upload it to the course personally, so you guys can have, and also Max the stuff. So you're really getting the best of both worlds. All right, I'm just letting you guys know. All right, so that will be taught if you need that. And let me see here. Is there anything else? I guess everything is just really choppy, guys. So let me go through some questions. Let me go through some questions with you guys, because clearly the markets are very choppy today, and as you guys already can kind of tell. Let me see what gold's doing. Gold is dropping a little bit, but I'm really just gonna wait from 9:30 for Nas and see if there's a move there. That's really it. I'm not really forcing any moves right now. I really wish I could, but nothing seems like it's going to be super duper good. I really think it's because of FOMC. FOMC at 2 o'clock. So let me see here. But we also have 10 o'clock dollar news. So, we might see something at 10 o'clock ish. All right. But anyway, let me go through some questions with you guys. All right. So here's what I want you guys to do. All right. I want you guys. Should I put on my camera? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if you guys can see me today. No, okay. Well, I'm too big. I don't want to do that. All right. So we'll do this today. I'll put on my video today. All right. Don't mind me because I got no sleep. All right. 0. So I will answer questions. All right. For the next like 20, 30 minutes with you guys. All right. I'll go over anything chart related, anything you guys kind of want to ask me. Let's just make it a good Q&A session. How about that? A live Q&A session with you guys. Because the markets are really going to be really slow. So I kind of don't want to look at it until maybe 9 o'clock. Maybe next 20, 30 minutes, we'll look at it again, kind of see what we're seeing. But let's go through some questions. Nicole said you love the London sessions. The London sessions were lit. Okay, the London sessions, they were fire. They were fire. They were fire. All right, I'll bring them back. But it's just like, I can't, London session, guys, early in the morning, it's crazy, Like staying up from 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, man, it's brutal. It's brutal. Let me see. So let me start answering some questions, guys. All right. So put any type of question. It can be market related. Myself personally, it can be trading related. Anything that you want to ask about based on your trading. Let's kind of do that really quick. Let's see. Oh, Paul said he caught the GU and AU. Okay, Paul. Okay, Paul. I see you, Paul. I like that. I like that, Paul. I like that. Would you say there's a lot of fake outs in London? Lavana said, is there a lot of fake outs on London? It's a great question. It's a great question. I wouldn't say there's a lot of fake outs in London. I would say that the biggest moves happen in London. And based off of the pair that you're trading, if you have a fake out pair, like if you want to trade GJ, yeah, there's going to be fake outs every damn session. Have fun with that pair. Okay. But for me, yo, I'm not doing that. All right. I'm not doing GJ. But I will say that you won't really get fake outs, more so just big moves. And a lot of time big moves have big pullbacks. All right. So 60% of the volume and liquidity of the Forex market comes from London session. So you have to understand 60%. That's over half of the liquidity comes from London session. So you're going to get these big moves. So, I mean, there are people that say London fake out, London breakout, all this other stuff. I mean, there's so many ways to coin what happens in London. And I wouldn't say it's the most fake outs. I think New York has way more fake outs than London, me personally. I think New York has the biggest amount of fake outs. That's me. So if you can trade New York, then you can trade London easy. That's the way I look at it. All right. Let me see here. All right. Then next question: how far did the GU trade go from your signal? Or it's not GU, Sheila. It's GA. GA. So during London session, I like there's a few pairs that I like right here. So you see London session. I like these 5 pairs. So these are my London session pairs. I have Euro GBP, GBP odd, Euro odd, NAS 100, and AUD JPY. These are my main go-to pairs. And when I trade London session, I will only trade one of the 5. And there's a specific reason why only one of these 5 will be traded. But I'm not gonna let you on the secrets unless you're in elite. Okay, unless you're in elite, then you will get all the nuggets and all the, you feel me, that extra stuff. All right, you know. But there is a reason why I only like these pairs and why I do really well with these pairs consistently. And so yeah, but GA was a trade, not GU. And so the buy was right here, and it went up for about 57 pips in profit. The overall TP was 80 pips, but I notified everyone at the 50 to 60 pip level to take all your profits out. I basically got out the trade around here. So I completely got out. 50, 55 pips, no drawdown. I was happy. I'm like, yep, it's done. And by that time, it was like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So the market was starting to dry up at that point. Okay. Brown eyed mommy, what's up? Can you have a buy stop and sell stop set on the same chart? That's a great question. I'm pulling it up. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can have a buy stop and sell stop on the same chart and just wait for either or to activate. Um, I do use that sometimes as well too. So that is a good way to use your pending orders. I actually use a lot of buy stops and sell stops. Alicia, what's up, Alicia? So she said, I think I would feel more confident to set more pending orders for London session once I have the trade manager. Correct. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Okay. Because the manager, once it's activated, so once your pending order is activated, it'll have your automatic trailing, your pendings, or I'm sorry, your scale ins, your partial profits, your trailing. You'll have everything already pre-planned, preset, ready to go. So once you're in, you can be sleeping, make some money, wake up, money in the bank, and then you're like, okay, all right, time for work, or time to take the kids to school, or time to get some coffee, or time to listen to Ryan's light skin voice on New York session. Whatever you like to do. But I'm just saying, it's just it will help you manage everything effortlessly. So it's been a big deal for me, a very huge deal, right? Getting in the trade, guys, or entering a trade is easy. That's the easy part. The hard part is managing your trade. That's the hard part. Anyone can really get an entry. Anyone can really call exits. Well, exits is hard to call, honestly. But more importantly, entries aren't even that hard to do. I think probably all of you guys here can do it. To get a good entry. But where you're going to mess up in is the trade management and then the exits. I can guarantee you between those two things, trade management and exits, you suck. Okay? I can guarantee that is why you're messing up your account. That is why your account is straight up in the hefty bag, trash day, put it in a dumpster. Okay, that's what it. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot that messenger. That's just me being real with you. All right. It's not your entry. It's not your strategy. Your trade management, your exits suck. That's probably why. So, if we know that, then by default, all you have to do is figure out, okay, well, how do I just manage my trades better? How do I just know when to get out of the trades better? And I can't get my words out. If you can get those two things taken care of and very consistent, I guarantee you everything else is going to become so much easier. If you can manage your trade correctly and exit your trade correctly. I don't even need you to have the best perfect entry. Contrary to belief, entry isn't the most important thing. Wow, Ryan. Oh my God. Yes. I'm here to tell you. I know this sounds crazy. I know a lot of you are going to, lose your wigs. Okay. But I'm here to tell you entry is not the most important thing when trading. It's not. It's not. You don't need good entries. Whoever told you that is a liar. All right. Trump said fake news, and that's what it is. You don't need the perfect entry. You know. And I think a lot of people, including myself, for the majority of my trading career, thought that entries were everything. And they're not. Had to learn the hard way. Entries are not everything. I can have the best entry on earth. Doesn't matter if my management isn't right and my exits aren't right. Okay. So, next question. Tennille said, "Can you give any hints on trading ranges?" Trading ranges? What? It doesn't matter. No, ranges? I'm joking. I mean, you gotta kind of elaborate on that to Neil Young. Ranging like how? Like you mean Asian session range or just consolidation range in general? You gotta elaborate a little bit. So if you can explain yourself just a little bit, I'm come back to you. All right. Let me see. Ryan, I'm patiently going to respond to me. Okay, Charmaine, you haven't got a response yet? Let me check right now. Let me see. Or message me your email, Charmaine. Message me your email. Can you email me or can you send that to me privately on here or no? I don't know. Let me see. Tremaine Vaughn at Yahoo. Is that what it is? Haha. Okay. Oh snaps. All right, I see it now. Okay, I got it. Charmaine. Okay, okay, okay. I'm responding to you now. I see you sent like five. Holy crap! How did how did I not see this? Okay, I just emailed you back. There you go. Boom, got it done. All right. So now you're in the system. I should be able to see your messages now. Um, Andrea, what's up, Dre? She said, "Can you say your pairs for London again?" Sure. My pairs are as follows. So you see right here to the right hand side, right here. I can't even draw how much I have. But you see London session right here, right? London session, the blue. You see the blue blues. Euro GBP, GBP AUD, Euro AUD, NAS 180 JPY. These are the five pairs that I personally look at for London. Again, they don't have to be your pairs, but if you want to base your trading or just as a base of your style off of myself and build upon it, I would say that you should probably, in my humble opinion, look at these three pairs: Euro GBP, GBP AUD, and Euro AUD as your main three pairs for London. I promise you, if you study those and you look at those every single London session, there's going to be a move, and number two, it's going to be a pretty easy move to predict for, even if it's just 30, 40, 50 points or pips. It's just like you can get an easy 20, 30, 40, 50 pips every day. Every London session, you can bank on London session moving. It's rare instances where there's a London session and the market just does not move. Okay. Alicia, hold on. Alicia, you didn't get your email either. Hold on. Y'all, are we that backed up on emails? Holy snaps. Alicia, what's your let me see, Jackson. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, Alicia. I see your response. Okay. Hold on. Okay, okay. All right. I see Alicia. So hold on. Okay. All right. So I did message you back, Alicia. Okay. Um, all right, guys. So when it comes to anyone who's in the VIP with the manager, email us, okay, so I can get you accommodated for that. All right. Again, if you're a VIP student, then you should already know what I said about the manager once it gets released for you. All right. And I have a special deal for you for only the VIP students with the manager. All right. So all you have to do is email us, the trade authority at gmail.com. And I will actually be sending out an email tonight. Well, not tonight, probably in the next 2, 3 hours on how you're going to get it. Okay. So for all my VIP students, I did not forget about you. I got you. All right. All right. Cool. Um, could you say? Let me see. Okay, you're Sheila. Welcome. You just got into elite. Uh, let's go. All right. Let me see. Michael, okay, what's up, Michael? He said, "Can you walk through a buy and sell stop? I had trouble doing it." Well, for one, that's not a problem, my good brother. All right. I can't really. I mean, I could do it, but what I will say is that for buy stops and sell stops, they're just pending orders, and they're really kind of they're. I mean, they're not super basic functions of MT4 or trading in forex. They're not super basic. I would say they're kind of more intermediate to advanced level type stuff. So if you don't know, that's don't feel bad or anything. Or, but it isn't too hard to do. I do. I'm trying to figure out how to even do this, but how to even show you how to do it. Because for me personally, I do it off my manager. So get I'm just saying, your boy. I try to just do everything automatically, so I don't have to do all that manual stuff. And like that's the big thing with trading, guys. If you can kind of just anything that you want to do, basically automate, so you're not really thinking about it. Like just think, like if you have to think about it, you're probably doing too much. So if you have to think about, okay, how do I take partials? Okay, I gotta think about, okay, how I do pendings, and you gotta like take your time and figure it out. Or if it's taking too long to do, and you can't just do it like boom, 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 that's costing you time, energy, and money. So again, trade manager, www.thetradeauthority.com. Get the manager. All right. It's releasing later this week. By the end of the week, it'll be released for you guys. So I'm just saying. All right. But the buy, are you guys having problems with the pending order stuff? Do you guys struggle with that? Do you guys like I'm just trying to figure out if it's just a one person thing, or is a lot of people here struggling with pending orders? A lot of you guys struggling with pending orders. Um, but what I will do, Michael, is I'm I'm not gonna say probably because I don't want to make promises that I can't deliver. But what I'm saying is I will definitely have to do a pending order class and show you guys how to use pending orders effectively. But you should be able to, even just for a quick reference and not to sound like a douche, but you can YouTube it and just say how to do buy stops, sell stops on on MT4, MT5, right? And it'll show you kind of just the basic way to do it. But again, doing it is one thing. Knowing how to do it properly is in the right market environment. That's another thing, right? But I would say you definitely want to learn how to do it. So you can it's a basic YouTube. I'm telling you, maybe like 1-2 minutes. They can probably explain it way better than me because sometimes I just fumble on my words and stuff like that. And I'm going to train people on how to do it, but I would say you should learn how to do it. All right. And if you're in elite, then I will be doing a training specifically on that. And then if you don't even want to learn how to do it and just have a tool that can just do it for you, then that's when you want to get the manager. Okay, so Tennille said the Asian session ranges first. Let me see. Asian session ranges first and ranges in general. So both. Okay, cool. All right, I'll go over this really quick with you guys. All right. So let's go over just ranges really quickly. So for instance, let's go over, okay, we can go over the trade I called out legit for London session, okay? Which this is a good example here of just a range in general. All right, this was not an Asian session range. This was just a range, okay? And so if I had to, what I want you guys to do, right, is if you guys had to draw the range of this pair right here of GA, and this is on, let's go like maybe to the 15-minute, okay? How would you draw your range, right? There's multiple ways to draw this range on GA, okay, on the 15-minute chart. There's multiple ways to draw it, okay? You can draw it like this here, right? You can draw basically this here. You can combine them both together, and that's fine too, right? But basically, we have here a range, right? And a ranging market is when the market is just bouncing from zone to zone, hitting two levels repetitively, right? In a small time frame, or it can be a big time frame, but usually in a small time frame, right? It's hitting it very quickly. It's just very tight, right? It's a condensed area in the market. So for me personally, I like to, right, let it break out of the range and then I continue to trade. So I don't like to buy. So some traders are different. Some traders will say, "Oh no, I love ranges. I love buying in here and here and here, and I want to buy here before it goes up." And I've tried that too, and I've made a lot of money with that too. That works great too. But then what happens if the market drops down and then goes up? Then what? Right? Then what? Then you were just buying prematurely. What if it want to drop a little bit more, then go up, and now you're in a heap of drawdown, right? Or what if it want to drop? Well, if you just would have waited for the break, you could have okay, boom, sold it here, and then let it continue down. So to me, as a trader, I don't need to be right. I just need to follow the money. I don't care whether it goes up, whether it goes down. I just need to know where it goes, right? And so the way I trade ranges in general, right, it is when I will measure the range for that session. In this case, it was London session. It was slowly ranging upward, like a rising wedge pattern. And once it broke that structure, you would buy, right? So a good way to look at this is pre-session. Look at what happened before that. So this was again kind of like 1 o'clock, 1:30 ish. It was ranging all Asian. Finally, boom, pulled back a little bit, then broke out that range, then went up. Okay. So for me, that's how this is a quick breakdown how I like to trade ranges. Okay. Now, this was GA. Another day we bought GA, like just, I don't know, a couple of days prior last week, right? This buy, look how good this buy was. This was another London session buy. Okay. Now, if I rewind to the day prior to that day here, it was roughly around the same thing. Okay. I had a range. I drew my zones. Wouldn't you say that this is a good zone, guys? A range, right? So now what am I waiting for? The break of this range, to retest of that range. So once it broke this range, boom, there you go. That's it. Right. And so this was an example of Asian range and London range being combined for this one big range. Once it broke it out that range, it shot up really high, right? And caught the buy on that pretty easy. All right. So the way that I would use ranges in general, right, is, and I use ranges a lot, guys, and ranges are going to help you understand the market, because if you can measure a range, okay, like for instance, let's measure, I'm going to measure like another range here just to show you. If you can measure ranges properly, then you can always kind of know where you are in the market. So if we can measure and say, okay, this is a range here, now it's ranging in between these two levels here. All right, let's see how it handles it. And you can just like, okay, all right, is it holding the zone? Let's go to like a 1 hour, so it's not 15 minutes. Okay. And then, okay, boom, it bounces retesting. Okay, we're buying, right? It just to this next level here. So you can really understand the market a little bit better when you can kind of get good at seeing a range in the market. Okay. So identifying ranges are very important, and it will help you see volatility and liquidity a whole lot better. Okay. Let's see here. Street gossip. I agree. I mean, everything's manipulated, bro. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, trade manager. Let me see. All right, I responded, Reginald. Okay. Pam said, "Did you go over UJ yet?" We can go over UJ. Let's go over UJ, y'all. What's UJ doing? UJ. Let's go look at it real quick. Hold on. First of all, okay. So with UJ, all right. To me, it's overall bearish. To me, it's overall bearish. I would like to see, like, on the higher time frame, like see on the 4 hour here, I would like to see you were selling it yesterday, or could have sold it yesterday, right? It did start to break the structure really hard here. But what I'm seeing is like an overall huge UJ move, like on the 4 hour higher time frames, like basically like this here. Right. I'm kind of expecting it to possibly hold this area here. So I'm thinking that it's going to pop up. I'm thinking UJ is going to pop up and then drop. So I'm overall bearish on UJ, but I do think it could possibly shoot up, maybe even 50 to 100 pips, honestly. It has potential to shoot up from here. It's been dropping very hard, so it is due for retracement. So at this point with UJ, it's very tricky, okay? Because we're overall in a downtrend. So could you sell it? For sure, right? But then also, we are kind of due for a retracement here, and it could shoot up 40, 50 points or 40, 50 pips really quickly to the upside as well, too. So overall, bearish on UJ, but it could go up as a retracement. So that's what I'm thinking with UJ. Okay. Okay, Michael said when I put the numbers on MP4, would not let me place the order. Okay, so all right. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a quick trick real quick, okay? A quick hack really quick. All right, y'all ready? Okay, here we go. This is just for you, Michael, okay, everyone? This is just for you. All right, I'm taking time out for my guy, Michael Roberts. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this for y'all. All right, hold on. I'm gonna show you guys a quick trick on how to do pending orders really easily. I'm gonna show you the quick. It's gonna take literally 2 minutes to do. All right, and then that's it. That's all you're getting from me. Hold on, I'm trying to. What the heck? um, hmm. Okay. All right. I guess I can just share my entire screen real quick. I guess that's the only way I can do it. Because, all right, let me show you guys. Are y'all gonna see my screen? All right, so check this out. All right, you can check this out. All right. So let's just say we're on AJ. Let's just say we're on AJ. All right. And don't worry about this. This is kind of an old template. Let me see. Control G. And let me see. Let's remove the manager. And let's put, all right, so here's the manager, guys. Here's again, once you get the manager later this week, this is what it'll look like. Some slight edits to it, but you can do your risk, you can do fixed lot size. There's going to be a lot of tools you can use here, right? But anyway, back to what I wanted to show Michael, okay? So a quick way to do pending orders, and this is what I do. This is how I do it really quickly, right? So if you don't have the manager, this is a way to do it. Right click, and then where it says trading, you hit buy stop or buy limit. So let's just say I want to do a buy stop right here. Boom. And you can just move it wherever you want it. Okay. So again, you right click, go to trading, you hit sell limits, whatever you want at that order, right? Or whatever level. So let's just say that I drew my zone here, Michael. Okay. And I want a buy stop above here. Okay. So what I would do is I would right click here, trading, buy stop, and the thing about it is it's a pre-calculated lot size already. Okay, so the way to change your lot size is when you go to the top left hand corner, you see like the little tab here, guys. Right. So let's just say I put one lot. Let's just say I put one lot. So now when I hit right click trading, now the buy stop is for one lot. You guys see that? So you can change whatever lot size you want it to be if you just go to the top left hand corner and change your instant buy or instant sell lot size to whatever it is, and then once you hit the right click hit trading, it will actually come up automatically, so you can just put your buy stops or limits easily. Boom. Did that help you? Hopefully that helped you a little bit. Does everyone understand that? Let me go back to let's stop sharing my screen. Did that help you guys? That help you out, Michael? You got to do it from the terminal, man. Don't do it from your phone. You can do it from your phone. Okay, you can put the numbers in and everything like that, but I recommend doing it on the MT4 terminal. Hopefully that helped some of you guys. All right. Yeah, we're gonna look at NAS, guys. Don't worry. I was gonna hop off, but I'm just gonna stay on since we're already here. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So let me see any other stuff because it's almost 9:30, so we'll look at NAS and see what NAS is gonna do. Okay, so Junior said, when you call signals for your London session, will you be using the pairs on your list mainly? Yes, it will only be those, Junior. It will only be like EA, GA, Euro GBP, AJ, or NAS. But the majority of my London session signals will probably be GA or EA. Those are my best London session pairs, and I just slaughter them, bro. I slaughter it. What can I say? So I stick with what works. And I'll also be teaching a crash course on why I choose those pairs and why I trade those in London and all that. But that's in Elite Lifetime. So you have to be in the Lifetime course for that to get access to that. And that'll be like later this month. Sheila, how long is the learning curve to be? Okay. Sheila said, how long is the learning curve going to be personally set up our trade managers? Maybe a day or two, if I'm being completely honest, a day or two. It's not, you're not gonna learn it like instantly, but I'm going to do webinars and videos with you guys so you guys can understand it. So I will have multiple days of live teaching. There will be videos and there will be a dedicated support chat just for the manager for you. Okay, so you're not just gonna have to, you're not just gonna get it and like, oh shit, what do I do? All right, you will have support for it. Steph, okay, emails again, Steph. Let me see. Pam said, are we looking for the retest of the zone? I'm assuming that that was off the range stuff, Pam. And yes, you're correct. It'll be the retest off of those zones. All right. Donna wants the manager. Donna, the manager wants you, Donna. Trust me. You don't want the manager. The manager wants you, girl. All right. That's how bad it wants to help everybody. At this point, I'm trying to tell you, I don't trade without it. So I can't, I just can't. I mean, I can, I just don't. There's a big difference. But anyway, all right, guys, I answered everyone's questions. Let me see. Respond. Thank you so very much for the answer on London Fake House. No problem, Lavana. No problem. No problem. Ty said, can you share the manager with your spouse? You can share the manager with your cat, your dog, your child. You feel me? Your mistress who comes at 2 a.m. in the morning. Whatever you want to do, Ty. Whatever you want to do. It's your life. It's your world. I'm just living in it. I'm just some guy, through a screen talking on YouTube. That's it. So yeah, you can. Because you'll get a code that will be specifically linked to you. All right. So let's get back to the charts, guys. All right. I answered some questions. Appreciate all the love. And I would say now let's look at charts. So I'm gonna take off my face because my face is like Oh snaps! Wait, y'all, can y'all hear me now? Y'all were not able to hear me the whole time? Yo, that's wild. That's wild. Y'all, so y'all weren't able to hear me for the last like 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes. So I was sitting here talking to my own self like a crazy man. Why am I randomly getting muted? Like this is wild, yo. Stop the presses. What's going on here? Someone get my life. All right. Well, that was a fail. It's okay. It's all right. I'm fine. It's all right. You know, I was just talking to myself like a crazy person for 10 minutes. You know, I'm all right. I'm all right. But anyway, so 9:30 is about to happen, guys. So we're just gonna wait for the Nas Open, New York stock market open. You guys already know. We're gonna see what happens. Okay. Um, and then hmm, we're gonna see here. Even the dollar is ranging here. Like this is a range for the dollar. So even for me, I'm gonna put alerts at this level there. Okay, and we're gonna just wait to see what Nas does. We will wait to see what Nas does. All right, let's. I'm thinking that it's going to be bullish. My overall sentiment for Nas, all right, is that it's going to be bullish. But again, I trade off of what I see, not of what I predict. There's a difference, right? So you can think it's going to go up, but that doesn't mean it's going to go up, right? You want to make sure that market structure and technical analysis is showing you that it's going to go up before you just blatantly kind of buy it. Okay. So we're just going to sit here and wait. Let's look at the 5 minute candle. And we'll just wait to see what happens here. Hopefully it goes up. I want NAS to go up. That would be nice, but maybe it does want to drop first. Maybe it wants to come back to the bottom of the zone. Who knows? Either or, I'm fine with. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. All right. So okay, now we're just waiting for NAS. It looks like it's just dropping a little bit, playing around. Let's look at the dollar. The dollar is still stuck in its range. Has not really moved. And I guess we'll just wait here. Even NAS isn't really moving like that, but we'll just wait. Wait for it. Because I think NAS is going to drop and then go up. If I had to kind of think what would happen, I think NAS is going to drop and then go up. All right, so it is starting to break. So this is kind of what I'm thinking here. All right, so we're just waiting for Nas, I guess. Let's see what gold's doing. Um, Let me see here. Add section. Yeah, I do think gold is also. I would think gold would be a good buy as well too, actually. So this could be, again, it's not. I'm not going to say it's a perfect entry now, but what I'm saying is the way gold is looking, it's looking like it wants to go up. All right, because essentially it's just been ranging, dropped down, spiked very quickly, took a lot of people out. The overall sentiment for gold is bullish. So I'm thinking this is how it should go here moving forward. Right. So I definitely really wanted to kind of break these upper levels here for gold before even really looking for an entry. But it is looking like to me that it is setting up pretty nice. So this could be very much a potential gold buy today, guys. So I'm just again throwing out potential plays, and it would look something like this on the 1 hour, probably to like the next level up here. So it probably look like something like this, right? If I were to kind of look at this trade setup, and this is like it's like 170 pip TP with like I don't know, I guess it would be like a 60, 70 pip stop loss once or if I get in that trade, essentially. So this has potential. Now, gold isn't really my main pair, and I don't really trade gold like that, but I'm just showing you guys what I kind of see with gold is if it really holds this range, starts to break out the range off the top level here, okay, which is what we want. It will essentially go like this here, and it will look really good, right? Especially if the dollar is maintaining its bearishness, then okay, then we really have, I believe, confirmation for that. So that's possible today. That's possible. So you see how we kind of have to like really sit here and like figure out trades. Let's look at UJ. Can we sell UJ? I'm trying to say if we can sell UJ here. Because the way UJ is looking, it's looking pretty smooth. Let's see. UJ might be a smooth selly. Smooth sell there. Let me see here. The JPYs, how the JPY is looking there. Well, they're bearish. Okay, cool. So there's definitely that. The dollar is definitely bearish. So there's definitely that. Um, mm, I'm kind of like, hey, do we get in it or not? Let me see. UJ definitely looks like a sell off. Let me see here. So this would look like short. Let me see on the 15-minute chart here. I would definitely want a pullback though. 930 was it 930 now? Let's go to the 30-minute. 30 minute is looking good. Let's go to the 45 minute. 45 minutes looking good. Let's go to 1 hour. The 1 hour is looking good. 2 hour, 2 hour. Everything on the intraday time frames is looking good for UJ for this. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie here. UJ for this L is kind of looking clean. It is kind of looking clean. Where would the TPP go? It would probably be back at this level up here. Interesting. So again, so UJ for the sell is looking very possible, guys. Me personally, I want kind of UJ to pull up first a little bit more, but I do think we are on the way down. Me personally, I just want to wait for a harder pullback. But UJ does have potential. So if I had to say what's one of the best pairs to trade today, I would say UJ has potential to be a good sell-off today. It has potential. So I'm not in any trades as of yet, guys, right? I'm just kind of showing you possibilities, setups here. Okay, NAS pop back down, and then we're gonna see if this thing gets bullish. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's time to pop up now, NAS. Like, yo. All right, so all of these things do have potential. Let me see here. NAS for the possible buy. We'll see. We'll see as things are setting up here. But okay, so NAS is possibly setting up. UJ again. I really want a pullback possibly to like this level up here on UJ before I really sell it. I'll be trying to look for an entry somewhere around here, possibly. All right, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And so my trade setup would actually kind of look like this. It would look like maybe a 25 pip stop loss for like maybe a 80 pip TP. It would look something like that, or maybe like 50 to 80, something like that. But so that's kind of what I'm looking for on UJ. Waiting for the pullback. The rejection and possibly the sell-off. So that has potential, guys. All right. Let's look at NAS. It's still playing around. NAS is still playing around. Okay, so NAS isn't ready yet, guys. He ain't ready yet. All right, so 10 o'clock, we do have news again. So if you look at Forex Factory, we do have news at 10 a.m. ISM service PMI. That's what we have there. And we will see what happens at 10. So I'm thinking maybe at 10 o'clock, something will probably happen here. So I'm going to put an alert here, kind of around this level on UJ, so that I'm alerted if I can kind of get that pullback on UJ. And then also, I will put an alert actually beneath this level, because Either or, it could be a sell-off potentially. This could actually be a potential sell stop once it starts to really break and hit lower lows. So we'll see here what we can do. That's really it, guys. I mean, as far as like my main pairs and everything, um, you know, I'm kind of showing you what I see with Nas. It did drop. Hopefully, it starts to slowly push up. With UJ, I think it's going to drop. I think it needs to kind of retrace and pull up first. So I'm going to wait for that. I'm not going to get antsy and just get in. And those are really the only pairs that I kind of like here. AU would be a buy, but I'm not even trying to buy AU at the moment right now because AUDs are pretty bearish. So not really doing that. But if anything, AUDUSD would be a buy. So it would no longer be a sell setup. You know, so just like London session, we kind of have, if you guys can kind of see this here, this is a range. This is kind of like a diagonal range, right? So in my head, I need this to be broken one or two ways here. It needs to break this zone up here, or it needs to break these lows down here, right? So what I'll do is I will put alerts on both of those levels comfortably. And now, wherever AUD goes, I will be notified. AUD you can't run from me, okay? You can't run from me. You're going to hit one of those levels at some point in time, and I'm going to catch you, bro. I'm going to see you on the streets, and I'm going to catch you, okay? You can run, but you can't hide from me. I'm joking, you know. But my point is that if you kind of trap price, guys, or learn how to trap price, then it becomes a whole lot easier to become incredibly patient. Right. And that's why I tend to do with all of my pairs every single day. When I'm looking at markets actively, I will trap price, wait for the volume to kick in, get in. See, it's really that simple. Trading can be so simple. It's really not as hard as you think. A lot of people just make it super complicated. So that's what I'm kind of waiting for. If I had to guess, I would say AUDUSD is going to go up. UJ is going to go down. NAS is going to go up. I'm liking NAS. Let me see here. NAS is looking good so far. Let's see here. I'm thinking we can actually buy NAS. I'm thinking we can. 945. I'm thinking it's looking pretty clean now. Maybe for like 30, 40 points. Let's see here. 800. Let's see here. I would like it to break out this range first, though. All right, guys, this range, but it did drop the way I wanted it to do. So let's go to like the 1 hour, right? Or the 15 to make it look better. So it did drop. Didn't really drop to this bottom level here, but dropped kind of here instead. So instead of dropping here, it dropped here, right? And I was anticipating it to go up. So for me personally, I really wanted to like break these upper levels first before I start to really buy NAS up. So that's the way I'm looking at NAS. Potentially for the buy, if it really sets up perfectly and does what I want to do, then okay, possibly. What else? What else? What else? What else? All right. Anything else, guys? Let me see. I mean, I pretty much went through everything that I see for the day. I'm gonna hop off of here in a little bit. Sicily, what's up, sis? You in the Virgin Islands? I mean, I like Prevail. Prevail is based off the Bahamas. You can't use them. That's my main broker right now. You don't like them? Let me see. I'll drop my sign up link for my broker in the link or in the chat. Let me see here. Portal. Let me see. Copy the link. Go. I just posted it. So there you go. And there is a referral code. So there you go. You can use my referral code. But yeah. So you can click my link and sign up. Okay. But that's my main broker that I like to use, and they're based in the Bahamas. Lakeisha, yeah, there is news at 10, so I'll probably stick around for maybe 5 minutes after 10, and then I'll have to hop off of here. Okay. So I will kind of rock out with you guys for a little bit. But again, there really wasn't too much today, guys, and I already knew that. So that's why I don't really want to stay here on the session with you guys, because we're really just going to be looking at paint dry. Do you want to sit here and watch paint dry? No, you don't. You really don't. Right? And as predicted, that's what happens when you have FOMC. All right. So let me kind of just go back so everyone can just understand what's happening today. Right? Just overall, right? Because look at the news, okay? When you go to Forex Factory and look at the news today, okay? And I want you to look at, we had the 8:15 ADP non-farm employment. That was like nothing happened. Okay, cool. Then the 10 a.m., which is in 10 minutes, we'll probably get a little something. That's a red folder on USD. But then the big boy move, all right, is going to be at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., the FOMC statement. All right. And that's going to push the market a lot. So you kind of just have to expect here that you're not really going to get big, good, easy moves right now. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Nothing looks super good that I want to take. Like UJ is looking kind of good, but then I'm also thinking to myself, okay, even though the trade does look good, how many pips am I going to get out of this move before FOMC? Am I really going to get, I don't know, my 40, 50, 60 pips in FOMC? No. Probably what's going to happen for FOMC is it's going to shoot up, take people out, and then drop. And I would rather wait for that to happen and then I get in than like I'm getting in pre-FOMC. Right? Why would I want to leave myself susceptible to get stop hunted or taken out when I can just wait for that to happen and then I just ride the wave down? Sounds a whole lot easier, don't you think? Sounds easier to me. Okay. So that's why I'm not in a hurry to get in any trades right now. Right. I do usually even like NAS when there's stuff like this, but even NAS is kind of slow. I mean, the buy is looking pretty good. It's definitely not looking bad. Okay, it's definitely not looking bad there. Nas is now hitting my levels. So I cannot complain there. Okay. So, but that's really about it. That's really about it, guys. All right. So we'll just kind of wait for 10 o'clock here. We're going to see. Hopefully the dollar remains bearish and just starts to drop for the news. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. No. I do like NAS for the buy. I do think it could pop up a good, at least maybe 40 points, 40, 50 points from here, maybe. So I do think it's, again, you just can't be, I would say, super aggressive. You just can't be super aggressive here. You can't be super aggressive. But, I do like it. That's why it's looking pretty decent. So basically, it's breaking the structure. If it holds it, it's going to be good. And I think we can go to this next level up here, which is like up here. So here we go. The buy for maybe, even if it's just 30, 40 points. There we go. It would be something like that. This would kind of be the setup here. Let me see, the dollar is just consolidating still. Okay. So I do like the NAS buy, guys. I'm in the NAS buys, so I do like that. That's really maybe the only play I see right now that could work out. Let's go on the 15-minute chart here. This is really the only one that kind of looks semi-decent. Even just a smidge. UJ is like, okay. So, to me is like, here's the thing is that, like, because it's FOMC, right? Once you are, I would say, legit in maybe about 20 to 30 points in profit. Okay. 20 to 30 points in profit. I would personally move your stop loss to break even. All right. So you kind of really have to play it very tight. And let me share my screen. Hold on. All right, so let me see. Here's the NAS screen. So is breaking this level is looking better. So I do even think like around this entry isn't bad either, where NAS is right now. You just definitely need a window of, let me see. I guess like 40 points, at least 40 points, maybe as a stop loss, at least just to give yourself a nice little buffer. Okay. You never want to be like super tight with your stop loss on NAS. Can't see my chart? Wait. Can you see? Can you see it now? Can you guys see my chart now? I'll kind of wait for you guys. Okay, you guys can see my chart? Okay. All right, so let's see how it handles this level, guys. All right. Let's see how it's handling. Let's look at UJ. UJ's pulling up as well too. It's being weird, funky. NAS is kind of popping up. Let's see. So NAS is looking pretty clean. Let's see how it holds this level. Let me see. UJ is pulling back. Want UJ to pull up a little bit more. I want AED to break out this wedge one way or another, some way, somehow. say my UJ is okay. My alert for my UJ just got hit. So this is definitely an important area to look at, guys. For UJ, waiting for the pullback, which is happening now. So definitely watch how it's going to handle this level. It'll be interesting to see. And I'm going to watch to see how NAS handles this zone. All right. So for me, I want NAS to really respect this upper zone here and get bullish from here. If it doesn't, then I'm not going to like it. Let's see. Let's see what the dollar is doing. Dollar is dropping. Very nice. Okay, JPYs are looking also like they're ready to drop. So let's look at UJ, guys. Let's look at UJ. UJ, look, is looking clean. UJ is looking clean. You see, so now it is rejecting this level. You see, if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's looking better. UJ for the sell is looking clean. We got the rejection here. It's looking very clean, if I do say so myself. I like it. Okay. So we definitely are waiting for the dollar to break out this zone, guys, this level overall, which I do think it's going to do. All right. So dollars still overall bearish. JPYs are still moving nice. So I still do think UJ is pretty good, guys, for this. I still do like UJ. Overall DXY, bear structure. See the dollar going down. I'm hoping that NAS really maintains this level up here. Really should not break these lows, but we'll see. But as far as Forex pairs, I like UJ for this though. The most. I like UJ for this the most. I think that's overall kind of just the best setup. If I had to pick one, it would probably be that. No. Why is NAS so trash juice? I don't really like my NAS. I don't really like it. No, I do not really like it. Unless it really holds this level, then by a thread, by a miracle. I just want to be weird and wild today. But I would recommend, guys, and I know I didn't say the disclaimer earlier, but I really wouldn't trade NAS unless you are intermediate to advanced. If you are really still a rookie, new to trading, I would definitely stay away from the higher volatility pairs. Okay. Because they are not your friend. Okay. They are not your friend. The higher volatile pairs like NAS, gold, stuff like that, they will eat you up, spit you out very easily. Okay. And if you can't handle the swings, the volatility, okay, it's gonna hurt. All right, it's gonna hurt. And I don't want you crying to me about your account. Okay, so you have to be able to kind of withstand the 20, 30, 40 pip drawdown. Sometimes that's just how NAS is. It's a very volatile pair. Sometimes it's super smooth, sometimes it's not. So with that being said, that's actually one of the main reasons why I personally kind of just took a step away from trading super volatile pairs such as NAS, gold, oil, Bitcoin, stuff like that. I just don't like super volatile swings that makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't really like it. That's just me. That's just me being me. I can't speak for anybody else but myself. You know, I can only speak for your boy for myself. All right. And I like having more control, I guess, even though there's really no form of control in the market. Okay. You really can't have control in the market. All right. Let's just be honest here. All right. But what I'm saying is you as a trader, you have to kind of have your own level of control within the market because the market is a very unstable environment. So you have to create that sense of control within yourself as a trader, right? You have to create that control. And so for me, my sense of control in the market is when I'm trading the pairs that I know work best for me, that doesn't give me anxiety. You know, like when I can call trades perfectly and have perfect entries and it not really like piss me off. Oh, beautiful. I love it. You know, like when I can say like, oh yeah, UJ guys gonna pull back, boom, hit this area, sell, boom, okay, all right, sell it, boom. Like I like that. I like perfect, clean moves. All right, that I can just predict, boom, boom, bam. Okay, we done. We in there. All right, no drawdown, boom. I can't really do that every single time with NAS. Every single time, it's a stretch. Okay, to be in there, boom, instant, no drawdown. All right, 100 pips, 100. It's that's gonna be harder to do. Same thing with gold, gonna be harder to do. All right, but if you can stick with your main pairs, which again is why I coach you guys and try to mentor you guys. Like, listen, if you're going to trade, you know, stick to the currency pairs, right? Because they're going to give you that consistent profit, long term profitability and longevity that you want. You can trade NAS, you can trade gold here and there when the situation is acceptable. But if you are really struggling, don't even worry about it like that. All right, don't even worry about it. If you're really sitting here struggling, on your regular pairs, then definitely don't touch NAS and gold because that ain't gonna help you. Right? Like right now, that ain't gonna help you at all. Okay. Everything is looking good. Nas still holding the Nas buys. Let's see here. Should be looking better now. And I guess what the UJ cells are, they're holding. They're holding. You know, they're not horrible, I guess. But yeah, guys, that's really it. I will provide updates later. I guess that's really it because there's really nothing else for the day. Really, there really isn't. Um, Besides FOMC news. So I'm anticipating that, like, you know, we really, I think we should get a continuation of the dollar like this. It should slowly drip. I think for that 2 o'clock, the dollar is going to continue to drop. If I had to take a random guess, I would say that the dollar is going to continue to drop for non-farm payroll, or is it? I don't know. FOMC. I keep forgetting if it's NFP or FOMC. I don't know. It's the same ish to me. They're both pretty much the same. They're both nonsense. They're both manipulated nonsense. Okay. So those are the only things I would look for, guys. Is the possible NAS buy. Granted, if it really, again, in my opinion, really breaks these top levels up here and gets its bearishness, kicks in, starts to break those highs, then I'm really going to start to like NAS for the buys. Okay. So we do have that. The UJ cell does have potential as well. I think it's overall a pretty decent move. My only thing is this: I wouldn't go too heavy because it is FOMC. So, you know, um, a good rule of thumb is, if the trades aren't looking good or it's just consolidating for the next hour, 2, 3 hours, then what I personally do is I just get out my trades and profit, and then I reset. So what does that mean, Ryan? That means, like, hey, if I get in the UJ sell and I'm up only 10 pips and it's about to be, 2 o'clock, what am I going to hold my UJ, or am I just going to let it go even though I'm in profit? What Ryan is going to do, he is going to completely exit all positions and reset. Okay, that's what reset means. It doesn't, if you're in profit, if you're in the negative, whatever you're in, you're going to reset. Okay, that's what resetting means, beautiful people. Okay, just kind of want you to know. All right. Um, so yeah, that's what it would be for me. Um, because I would personally not hold anything, any type of trade, you know, 15, 20 minutes prior to NFP or FOMC. Those super high volatile news events, you definitely do not want to hold. Okay. You definitely do not. Definitely do not want to hold that. All right, so let's look at NAS again really quick. NAS is looking better. It's looking better. I definitely do want it to break this level though. Okay. Isn't looking super horrible, but all right. And that's really it, guys. And then I'll provide updates kind of maybe around 1:40, 20 minutes before news in the chats. All right. That is still looking pretty decent. UJ, is just pulling back again. Overall, I think pretty decent. Just be conservative with these. And then we'll reset for NFP or FOMC. And I will kind of show you guys what I'm looking at in the chats with that. All right. So nothing too crazy. Also look for AU. I think AU will be a really good buy once it breaks this wedge here. If we get that for like FOMC, I think that would be a good move. It'd be something like this here. So this could be a good move for AU for the buy. Again, just something to look for, guys. All right. Ricky, what's up? You said, did I miss you talking about when the manager will be available? By the end of this week, Ricky. Are you in the Telegram? Because if you got it, you should. If you didn't get in the US30 playing email, yeah, it is. Everything's playing around. It's because it's pre FOMC right now. That's why everything is just going to kind of play around. I think really honestly, we only probably have like another hour for anything to really move in the market, and then between 11 to 12, that's when the market's really going to start to just consolidate and kind of wait for FOMC to kick in at 2 o'clock again. So Evelyn, so there's a trade manager beta group. If you did not get the link to the trade manager beta group, then just email us. So you can get the updates. I'll be providing updates kind of like every other day until it launches by the end of this week. Okay. But that's pretty much it for the day, guys. I'll provide updates pre FOMC today. And we will check the markets out around that time. I may even do a YouTube, just a review on what happens with FOMC today. So you guys can kind of see it for yourself. But overall, I'm thinking that the dollar is going to go down for the rest of the day for FOMC. So we'll see what happens. I think gold will possibly go up. I'm thinking NAS will possibly go up as well. And then I'm, thinking UJ will sell off. That's kind of my thoughts right now, just as to what the market is looking like right now. But we'll see kind of what happens the next hour or two, and then again after maybe like 1 o'clock, I would, no matter where you are in any position, whether you're in profit or loss or break even, I would always reset. Okay, guys, always reset. So before there's big news at 2 o'clock, I would always get out of my positions if you are in any, and then I would get in again. Look for new positions to get in. All right. So I see the emails coming in, guys. So I will holler at you guys later so I can get on these emails. Okay. I will see you guys later. All right. If you have any trouble getting the manager, or if you're not in the Telegram group for the manager, email us. If you need to get in TTA Lifetime, the course, you can email us as well too. So I'll provide the email. Okay, I'll provide the email, Evelyn. Hold on, right here for you. Okay. All right. So here is the email, thetradeauthority@gmail.com. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So I will catch you later. Email us. We're going to be going through the emails today, trying to catch up with everyone. All right. So I'm gonna hop off here and catch up on these emails. And I will holla at you guys later. See you. Peace.